In the most explosive set of allegations ever leveled against the RSS leadership, Sangh Chief Mohan Bhagwat has been accused of sanctioning terror attacks between 2006 and 2008 that directly resulted in the violent deaths of 119 people. The accuser, former RSS activist Swami Aseemanand, has put forward these incendiary allegations in an interview to the Caravan magazine. Currently lodged in Ambala Central Jail for abetting several terrorist attacks, including the Samjhauta Express blast, Hyderabad's Mecca Masjid blast, the Ajmer Dargah and 2 attacks in Malegaon, Swami Aseemanand has repeatedly come on record to say that his terrorist attacks were sanctioned by the RSS leadership, including current Chief Mohan Bhagwat, who was the organization's General Secretary at that time. Swami Aseemanand's lawyer has put out a statement late in the evening saying that these interviews never took place and this is a conspiracy against Swami Aseemanand and against the RSS. I've got my colleague Shiv Arur joining us on this broadcast now. He's been looking at the story very carefully, a politically explosive story being stoutly denied and fiercely contested, Shiv.
That's right, Rahul. Very, very incendiary allegations being put out. We'd like to place on record right now that Aseemanand's lawyer has actually issued a statement saying that this interview never took place and that the allegations are all part of a conspiracy. But the allegations themselves are, like you pointed out, extremely explosive. They're the most direct allegations ever made against the RSS leadership. Mohan Bhagwat, who was the General Secretary in the RSS during the 2006-2008 period. And the allegations, Rahul, basically say that he, along with the rest of the RSS leadership, was actually part of the structure that sanctioned and actually orchestrated these terror attacks.
I want to go across to J.S. Rana. He's the lawyer for Swami Aseemanand. Now we've got Caravan magazine claiming that 4 interviews took place over several months, and they've even put out audio recordings of this interview. Now you've denied that the interview happened, but we've got an audio recording which substantiates the fact that these statements were indeed made. Mr. Rana, how do you respond?
I don't know how any audio recording is possible in the jail when even the lawyers are not allowed to carry their mobile phones, and they are thoroughly checked. Whether she had sought any permission from the jail authorities to interview or record the interview of Swami Aseemanand. I had verified from
Vinod Jose, I want you to stay with me, Mr. Rana. Vinod Jose is the executive editor of the Caravan magazine. We know we've got the lawyer for Swami Aseemanand denying the fact that any interview took place. How does your magazine respond?
Of course, we had 4 interviews over a course of 2 years that took place inside Ambala Central Jail. These tapes run over 9 hours. Again, this is not a sting operation, nor is an entrapment. This interview is done with the full permission and consent of Swami Aseemanand himself.
But his lawyer is denying it. His lawyer is with us on the show. They put out a statement. They're denying what you're saying.
Sure, Rahul. See, one detail which needs to be told at this point is that Swami Aseemanand has probably over 20 lawyers. I don't know which lawyer you are talking to. He has a case in Hyderabad. He has a case in Jaipur. Another case in Ajmer. A case in Ambala, Chandigarh. Another case in Malegaon. And, he is being handled by so many lawyers.
Okay, Mr. Rana, which lawyer are you? Are you the sanctioned, authorized lawyer? Because the magazine alleges there are many lawyers and they're not sure whether you speak for your client.
I am J.S. Rana, advocate representing Swami Aseemanand since the day 1. And I represent him in the Jaipur case, which is the Ajmer blast case.
Have you heard the audio recordings? The voice, those who've spoken to Swami Aseemanand say it's his voice.
Rather, this magazine has tried to make allegations against me that I met him on 28th March and on 29th the retraction came. They had the audacity to make allegations against me also.
RSS sympathizer Virat Pachmore is with us on this broadcast. Mr. Pachmore, these are allegations. Swami Aseemanand is in jail. His credibility itself is in question. But he's raising very serious questions about the involvement of Mohan Bhagwat in all these terror attacks. Given the role that the RSS is playing in Modi's campaign, this has national ramifications. How do you respond to this story that's come out, sir?
Modi's campaign and the story that appeared in Caravan are 2 different things. Please don't equate those things, number 1. Number 2, the story that has appeared in Caravan is completely false, unfounded, fabricated, concocted. It is inserted in the magazine with a special intention. I don't know, that has to be probed. But I can certainly say that this is a fabricated story. RSS,
How do you know that? We've got the editor of the magazine saying these are sanctioned interviews that happened with the knowledge of Swami Aseemanand, and there are 4 interviews spread over many months. You've heard Vinod Jose, what Mr. Rana is saying. You're hearing what people who work with the RSS are saying. They're saying this is a conspiracy to target the RSS, completely malicious and untrue. Vinod Jose.
See, another story that probably all of us need to know, the sort of complexity in this case, is that Swami Aseemanand, who was sort of a career sympathizer, activist, leader, intellectual for the RSS's VKA, Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram, which is the central, one of the principal organizations of RSS, has for over 3 decades worked over 4 or 5 states. And he's personally, the personality which is coming through all these interviews is that he's very proud of the work that he has done. And he thinks that his story has to be out and he has to be glorified. And
no, but he could also be trying to fix Mohan Bhagwat because he's in jail and he believes that people in the Sangh didn't stand up for him. How do you know he's not saying this as a setup?
He's also absolutely thankful to the Sangh because the legal aid came from the Sangh finally, and then even all the lawyers that he's...
Virat Pachpore, how do you respond to the editor of the magazine? It's happened with the knowledge and the consent of Swami Aseemanand, and they can't go back because they've got it on tape.
No, I just can't believe it. See, Aseemananda had reportedly given a statement when he was arrested by NIA on 15th of January 2011, he had deposed before the magistrate that he was tortured physically, mentally, and under this duress he had given that statement, and now it completely goes back to that.
Well, the facts are very complex. This is a very old case. The full facts are not out in the public domain yet. We've got a claim, a very sensational claim that is being stoutly denied. You've heard both sides. We don't wish to take sides. This is a story that you will hear more of over the next 22 to 48 hours, especially if the Congress jumps on this, because this is material that the Congress is bound to latch on to. The Aseemanand tapes. We'll track this story. For the moment, we're ending Center Stage tonight.